parents and I have been here for about 18 years.
7 months.
I was born here, so 17 full years, about to be 18.
I came here last year on July.
Well, my parents came over here when my mom was 14 and my dad was 13.
Well, this is my third year.
I've been living here for most of my life. I came here when I was about 1 year old.
So my dad has been here, I think, like 40 some years. My mom, like 37 years, and I was born here, so 17 years.
My experience as an American is good so far. Like everything, the education, the society, and the teachers and the schools are good.
Honestly, what they really wanted was a better life for their kids, which were my 3 other sisters and myself.
Well, it's been nice so far. Good things happen.
Well, as an American, while I was growing up, it was really hard because I grew up in poverty. It was just 10 people in one house. So it was hard for my family to get a good job because they didn't speak English.
As an American, I've loved it here, obviously. I mean, I was born here, but both of my parents are immigrants, so it was kind of hard to balance both the American society as well as an Indian society, which is where my parents are from.
When I first came here on the immigrant jail, because I was on jail when I came here, it was a really bad experience, to be honest, and I don't like to talk about it.
But then a few years later, I moved over here, which in a way has helped because there's more opportunities. So I guess at first it was difficult, but then it started getting better.
Well, as an American, like living in America, I've been able to have the freedoms that people in other countries have had, like being able to have an education as a girl, and also being able to explore my interests without restrictions of what I want to do and where I want to go.
Well, for a better life, better facilities.
I'm doing everything by myself. I don't need the help for my mom. I'm working, and everything what I have right now is because I'm working hard in school and I have my own job.
My experience with America has been very good. From my immigration to Jamaica, it's allowed me to experience many more cultures than I would experience in Jamaica, meet many more different and diverse groups of people that aren't as present in my country.
The move to America overall is a better opportunity for us.
Mainly economic reasons. They weren't happy with the life that they were living in India, so they decided to come here because America, has huge opportunities for people in general.
I came by myself with my little sister. My mom was already here, and we came here because the opportunities in my country are not enough. We don't have opportunities to go to school and stuff like that.
We came over here because of the education, because when you get educated from here and go back to Nigeria, people value it and you get a good job.
My mom, she lived in a horrible environment back in Mexico. It was a bunch of kids. It was horrible, so they had to move over here to get a better life for themselves and for the future generations.
Both my parents are originally from Vietnam, and there was political and economic unrest in Vietnam, so they came over here as refugees.
My mom came here 2 years ago. I think that it was on 2014 or 2013, I'm not really sure, but she came here because she doesn't have a job in my country. Like, she was unemployed, and it was really hard for her.
My parents came for job opportunities, obviously, and to just overall just have a better life here.
A lot of my family who came from Vietnam as immigrants, they had the ability to kind of like build themselves up from the ground up. Like a lot of them became entrepreneurs and owners of their own businesses, and were really able to be better than what they could have been if they weren't in here, like in America.
Right.
Just to allow us to have more opportunities than we'd have in Jamaica, such as education-wise. We don't have as much colleges, we don't, and universities. We don't have as many opportunities and fields of service and jobs that are up here.
It was important because, as I said, it gave me a better life, and it gave my mother a better life, and my siblings and the rest of my family. Because of that reason, many of us went to school, we graduated, and we got better lives for us and our kids.
I've had a good experience here. I wouldn't know anything about living down in Mexico. I haven't been there ever since.
Being an American, I realized that there's a lot of different cultures and there's a lot of diversity within America, and learning about these cultures I thought was very important.
As an American, it's actually been alright, but I mean, I get a taste of both sides since my parents were born in Mexico and I was born here.
I think they were thinking about what their children would be encountering, and the differences in the life of an Indian are different from the life of an American child. So they were looking out for us like their kids.
I think that it's important to come here because I don't have like the opportunity to go to school. I didn't have that opportunity. Like if I was on my country right now, I could not be at school.
It was important for them because they were able to find, well, opportunity first off economically and through education as well, and they were also able to leave the oppressive government that was in Vietnam.
I think it was important, really, just for a better change in our lives, you know, better opportunities and a lot more chances.
So my parents came to America during like the Vietnam War, and to kind of like escape the I guess the incoming of the Viet Cong, because they lived in South Vietnam. So my mom came there during that time, and my dad came when he was around like 8 years old because his family wanted to have a brand new start in the country where they felt like they could have freedoms that they couldn't have in Vietnam.